How's it, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well and had an awesome week. So we are making this video as we do see that we are struggling a little bit to get our athletes and members to follow the box rules and keep to the code of conduct that we do have here and so on. And this is going to create a little bit of a bad experience for some of our newer members or even our older members as well. So we had a little bit of an incident last week where people were not too happy when we dished out some burpees because they were packing away equipment too early. And they had a little bit of a reaction to it and so on. And this is something we don't really want in our community at CrossFit Rack. So there was a little bit of miscommunication and everything like that, and some harsh words said and so on. And we'd like to move on going forward. So this is just a reminder of the box rules and the box community. So yes, sometimes the workouts are intense, or we are tense at home or coming from work and so on. Our emotions are high and things like that and so on. And then ideally we come to the box to switch off and forget about all those type of things and so on. And we do tend to get a little bit snappy and so on. But it's not nice if this happens in our classes and so on, because we have full classes and everyone has their own emotions they need to deal with as well. So it's essential for us to keep our box safe and keep it well experienced and keep everyone inspired in our classes and motivated as well. And that's all what CrossFit is really about. So if you do feel we are not acting that, please come and see me, give me a call and so on, and we see if we can assist you. Otherwise, maybe we're just not a fit anymore for you and it's time to move on to something else. So firstly, the first rule we have been enforcing a little while now, and it's been going on a while, is yes, the packing away of equipment while someone is still busy. So we all thought it is only for after a workout or anything like that. But as coaches, we did realize that you guys are even packing away while someone is still busy with a warm-up and going on forward and so on. So we said after each session or section of our briefing or running the class and so on, wait till everyone's done, that we can get some structure in the class, and then we'll all pack away our equipment. We do have a 5 burpee penalty that will dish out and so on. And I mean, if 5 burpees are really an issue, then maybe you need to do some more burpees, that the 5 burpees are not that bad for you as well. And yes, I know some of you don't like to be put on the spot as well, but stick to the rules, stick to the community. Burpees are always for fun. We do them for penalties, we do them for birthdays, and maybe some people really like them. Then another thing we'd like you guys to do is please listen when we are at the whiteboard briefing, when we're explaining the workouts and so on. We do tend to see a lot of you trying to chat to each other about your day and those type of things. You guys can also do that between the workouts as well. The other members or the other athletes that are in the briefing want to listen and want to hear and see what's going on, what the stimulus is for the workout. And this just gives everyone a better idea and so on. So it's a little bit disruptive as well. Even when the briefing is still busy, please don't walk and go and get your own equipment so long. The equipment is going to go anyway. When the coach says, okay, cool, grab your equipment, or the coach will run the flow of the class, please respect that. And it will just make the community and the vibe in the class for everyone just a lot better. So yes, don't pack away your equipment. If you've done the warm-up and you're Speedy Gonzalez, relax, stretch a little bit, or do the warm-up another round, even round. Not all of us move at the same pace. Some of us take a little bit longer to warm up. The coach will cap it and he'll call it when we are ready to move on to the next phase as well. And on that as well, during workouts, during warm-ups, during skill sessions, any of those, if someone is new to CrossFit, they may be not moving as quicker or they're not as efficient and so on. It's a little bit disencouraging for them to say, well, shit, everyone's finishing the workout. Am I too slow? I'm useless. It doesn't give off a good vibe for them as well. And then on the same note, if the coach gives you burpees because you did something wrong and so on, please don't throw a scene or talk back to them and so on. Do your burpees. Extra reps are always good for you. You will not die, you will actually just get better and improve a lot better. Also, please start showing a bit more respect to our coaches. Yes, we do have new coaches in it. Unfortunately, in Springs, I don't have a big pool to get our coaches, so we need to develop our coaches and so on. And I do feel our coaches are quite on standard. Yes, we do all can improve a lot better. And remember, with new coaches, new styles happen. They do things differently. I do things differently each class and so on. I have the 8 years experience and so on. With new coaches, they need to learn new tricks, I learn new tricks from them, and so on. So please just show respect to our coaches. If you don't like the coach, don't come to their class. Unfortunately, you won't know who is coaching in those classes or so on. Or just keep quiet, do your workout. That is why you are a member at CrossFit Drag. Get on with a coach, go home for the day. If you prefer a different coach. If you don't like me, don't talk to me, don't greet with me. Just tell me here to have a good workout, and we take it from there. There's no need to throw scenes or point fingers within our class and so on. As the owner of CrossFit Drag and so on, we will not be tolerating anything like that. Really, emotions are high. It is the end of the year, so we're trying to diffuse this as much as possible. Okay, then as well, we as coaches would like to develop all of our athletes the same. If you're a top athlete, an RX athlete, or a new beginner and so on. So everyone is on different levels. Sometimes we lack a little bit on the one side, sometimes we overdo it on the other side and so on. Just bear with us as we start learning new members. As we go, we know how to cue them and so on. But really, if you do have an issue, give me a call. I can chat to you about the coaching and so on. If you really feel our coaching is not up to standard, maybe it's time to move on to a new box or new challenge or anything like that and so on. This is definitely not the vibes we would like to have with inside our box. Or you're welcome to do the CrossFit Level 1 coaching course and then come shadow a couple of hours to see what coaching has more about of just correcting movements and making sure everyone moves safe. Then another thing, the whole catching of scoring and things like that, I have picked up myself that some of you guys are quite competitive to say, but how can Jock be doing 2 rounds and Francois did 20 rounds and so on? Remember, we are all different. Some of us count different. Some of us do not count. Some of us double count and so on. As coaches, we are inspiring everyone to log their scores because it gives information to the coaches. And next time I come into the class, I can see that Francois maybe scaled it too easy. I can ask him, listen, how was the workout? I see your score was quite high. Maybe we can improve and so on. But to go to members and attack them and ask them, how do they have a score that high, and coming to the coaches and complaining about the scoring and so on. If you really want to be that type of athlete, I encourage you to do more competitions. Come chat to me. There's a lot of competitions that happen in Joburg. Weekend competitions, week competitions, online competitions and things like that. Then we can really test to see if you are a good athlete. But to ambush the members or athletes within the classes and saying, but how could Yaku scores more than Jock scored and so on, that has nothing to do with us. Rather give a guy a fist bump and say, well done on your score, and we leave it there and so on. If you really don't like anyone, don't talk to them, don't skin it. That's one thing I really don't like, is when we start chatting with each other and making cliques and things like that. I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. Hope you guys enjoy the week. See you all. We have a nice fun week going ahead. This video is just to get us all back into the box and into the rules to make sure we are running a nice, smooth fitness CrossFit box for everyone. Have an awesome week.